The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Any rebroadcast, reproduction, or other use of this broadcast or podcast without the express written consent of Spaced Out Radio or Spaced Out Radio Limited is strictly prohibited. Listener discretion is advised. Are you experienced?
Stop right there!
From high atop the mountains of British Columbia to you, listening around the world, this is Spaced Out Radio with host Dave Scott.
They let us play with all our toys. They let us think that we're big boys. They let us make the louder noise, but we ain't rule the world. They let us think we're Superman.
You can follow us on our website, spacedoutradio.com, on iTunes and TuneIn. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio, on Facebook at Spaced Out Radio Show, or on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show.
I try to act so cool, but you know I'm just a fool for you. I will stop till I reach the top just to be there with you.
Dave, oh Dave, are you playing with Bigfoot and aliens again?
Dad, you gotta stop haunting the ghost. It's scaring them.
Alright, seriously, put down the pointy sticks.
Okay! Game on! Game on! Game on!
The password is...
Alright.
Buckle up, space travelers. It's time to go for a ride on Spaced Out Radio. Mr. Bumblefoot, Dave is ready for liftoff.
I try to act so cool, but you know I'm just a fool for you.
Seriously, Dave? Really? Aren't you a little old for a tinfoil hat?
Hello, Toby. Bye-bye. Nephew. Bye-bye.
Yeah, just please take your seat about her. We'll let the entrance. It's time to take off. Start. 2, 1. Boost ignition and lift off.
I'm such a lucky guy, 'cause after all this time, it's like the deeper I go, the deeper I fall. The deeper I go, the deeper I fall. Yeah, the deeper I go, the deeper I fall. The deeper I go,
We are live right now in WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia at spacedoutradio.com, on Spreaker, on the United Public Radio Network, Renegade Talk Radio, the High Plains Talk Radio Network, and on Revolution Radio. Mr. Ron Bumblefoot THAL, formerly of Guns N' Roses, currently of Art of Anarchy, fires up our music every single night. Bumblefoot takes us in and brings us home with his great sounding rock and roll. You can follow us on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. You can give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can tune us in on TuneIn. Download this show and others on iTunes. And our website is spacedoutradio.com. You can also join us on radioguide.fm, TalkStream Live, and on Stitcher. And if you head on over to patreon.com, you can also, for $1 a month, become a patron of Spaced Out Radio. We'd love to have you come on and do that as well. If you head to our website, spacedoutradio.com, for just $5 a month, you can become an SOR space traveler. For just $5 a month, we offer you some great swag going on right here, right now. It is so cool if you join that club, because it is a great group. Bill, Gail, Gloria, Joe, they are all in there. Hey, we have a brand new news section called The Encounter Online, dealing with everything paranormal. If you check out our website, that's courtesy of our editors, Eric Markham and Everett Thiemer. Check out my latest blog there as well. And if you've had an experience you can't explain, fill out an SOR Sightlines report. Our researcher, Mike Schmidt, is ready to find out what is going on. We are live down in Noonan, Georgia on WQEE 99 Rock the Key. Thank you for sharing your nights with us. We are also live on the United Public Radio Network on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. Good to have you with us. We're live in Las Vegas on Renegade Talk Radio, as we love being live in Sin City. And if you're listening in on Revolution Radio, remember the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Tonight, we bring back one of our most requested guests and topics, as Bill Hauser, otherwise known as Can Dewey to his paranormal friends, is one of the best out there when it comes to usage of the Ghost Box. The Ghost Box is like a scanner that scans radio signals. The belief behind it is that the frequency at which the radio is on can pick up spirits talking behind the sounds of the radio. It scans so fast, so if you're listening, I highly suggest you take the time, grab a pen and paper, because I will be doing the same, and write down the responses. I want to read them online if you're in one of the chat rooms. Bill has been investigating the paranormal for over 15 years, but it's the Ghost Box where he is most requested to find the answers of the spirits on the other side. Bill Hauser, welcome back to Spaced Out Radio, my friend. How are you?
I'm very good, Dave. Nice to be back on Spaced Out Radio. I just want to say hello to all your great listeners out there.
Absolutely, and we love having you too. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty tonight. For some reason, my microphone has decided not to work. So I'm actually having to do what you're doing right now and broadcast off of my cell phone. Thank goodness I was able to call in and I can actually hear something. But that's the way we got to do it. The show must go on, and that's what we're going to do, my friend. How you been otherwise?
I'm doing very well, Dave, and yourself?
Wonderful. Wonderful. You've been keeping busy? How's the ghost been?
I've been keeping busy doing some research work as well as the odd investigation, and still using the Ghost Box like ever, and having a great time doing it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Now, Bill, one of the things that we always like to talk about, and yes, our regulars will know who you are because you've been absolutely one of those guys who is almost becoming a regular on this show with everything that you do with the Ghost Box. And believe it or not, you are becoming very requested. In fact, just last week, I had like 3 or 4 people actually message me privately saying, hey, when's Bill coming back on the radio? So I was very excited to be able to tell them last week that you would be on this week. Did you think it would all of a sudden grow like that, my friend?
No, actually, no. I've actually had some people ask me when you're going to be on radio again. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun to do radio, and I enjoy it, and I enjoy being on Spaced Out Radio.
Well, we love having you here, my friend. We absolutely love having you. It's one of those things where, you know, you teach us so much. And the one thing about the Ghost Box that I think we have to absolutely remind people, okay, you're going to be able to hear things that you may think you hear, and then it's fun to watch the audience try and confirm that as well, because there is so much going on during the show and during the listening parts, and we will get to numerous sessions tonight. It'll be absolutely fantastic. So, when we do this, I do want to remind people, make sure you have a pen and paper ready, because we are absolutely going to make this thing happen, and we definitely want you to be a part of it. Look, there's a lot of things going out. I see what's being posted in the chat rooms right now. We know there's crap happening around the world. Let's just break it on down. Let's escape for a little while. Let's talk to some ghosts. Now, Bill, how long have you been doing this? I believe it's around 15 years, but you've only been specifically using the Ghost Box for how long?
Since 2010, that's when I first started to use it. And I remember when it first started getting popular, and great guys like Frank Sumption that got it started there. He helped to automate the whole concept of using the radio and basically what we call a ghost box now. And it can be called a spirit box or a spook box. So it has a number of different names out there. But overall, I like to just call it a ghost box.
Talk about the history of the Ghost Box for people who may not be familiar with it.
Well, actually, it goes back quite a few years back with using radio, where they were using old tube radios going in between the frequencies there, the basically the stations, and picking out unusual responses that would come through when you're asking questions. And then it moved on to using where you rock the dial back and forth. So that was sort of an earlier version of a manual ghost box. And then eventually with the digital tuners and all that, it was basically automated, so it made it a lot easier, so you didn't have to rock it back and forth, because that would basically make your wrist quite sore. And I had experimented a little bit with that concept as well. I've not used the tube radio part as much, so that still is very much a fascination of doing that. And I've also done traditional EVP work when I did basically ghost hunting as we'd know it, and that's how I first kind of got the whole concept of ITC, was using basically back then we used cassette tapes, and then we moved on to digital recorders.
Were you always someone passionate about the ghost hunt, or were you somebody who kind of fell into this, Bill?
A little of both, I think. I kind of fell into it a little bit, and also I did have a deep passion for it, so I would say that it kind of grew on me as time moved on, and I was able to better hone my skills and move up the ladder, shall we say, and then eventually started dabbling in the ghost box, and that really sort of took off for me. I really enjoyed that, so that enhanced my whole my perception of the paranormal and being able to interact with spirits a lot more easier.
Were you ever someone, Bill, who had the ability to communicate with spirit outside of the technology? Were you having any intuitive type ability, or was it something that you had to use the technology in order to have your communication?
Well, when I was younger, I had, a fair amount of paranormal experiences, but at the time I really didn't know what to make of that. And then a little later along the way, I was more or less informed that that was paranormal, as they would know it. So, I was seeing translucent type of images, shadow people, occasionally things moving around, a poltergeist type of experiences. And so I was not able to anymore see the spirits, but I certainly can sense them. So my own senses can pick up on spirits very easily.
Do you find that being somewhat intuitive helps you figure out what is absolutely talking about the spirits and the abilities of what's going on?
Oh, yeah, that would definitely help, say, an investigator. If he did have that type of ability, he or she could pick up on spirits and be able to interact with it, and then also correlate that with instruments, basically to document it. So, yeah, it does really help to have a sixth sense, if they want to call it that, or your intuition, mediumship skills, whatever.
Do you find that you can pick up spirits absolutely anywhere? Or do you feel that, there's places that just aren't haunted? Because we all have the idea that everything, every place, anywhere you are on this planet, there's spirits roaming around. How do you feel about that?
Well, yeah, I mean, spirits are amongst us. I do believe in that. Definitely, there's high points and low points.
So what would a high point be, Bill, and what would a low point be?
Pardon me. Just getting over a cold there. Well, I mean, if you're in a very active location, that would be a high point. So, things to do with the environment, solar storm activity, or, I'm a strong believer in things like underwater screens and that help to induce more paranormal activity.
Do you find being closer to nature that you find more spiritual activity, like you mentioned water, or do you find being near maybe a rundown building or a cemetery being more active?
Well, definitely if you're beside, like, for example, the Fraser River, I get a lot of activity close to that area, proximity. So old buildings, it's a good possibility. Definitely, so, yeah, I mean, in itself, I mean, there's locations if it had a high history of stuff going on through the years and that. So, the location I'm at tonight, used to be a school right beside this adjacent parking lot there, Fleetwood Elementary. So it was known for its haunting activities. So this area is kind of prime for hauntings.
What makes something haunted, in your opinion? Why do you think spirits want to hang around, especially like an old rundown school like where you are and where you have been every single night you've done this show with us?
Well, I think personally, I mean, spirits are kind of wanting to hang out here. They might have unfinished business or maybe in some ways stuck. So you do have that in general. So, I mean, it's open to interpretation, that's for sure. I mean, there's many thoughts on why things are haunted, and, the skeptics would say, well, no, it's just, unusual activity in the environment or whatever that's, your perception is making it feel that it's haunted and whatever. So things happen, but, you pick up on it, and, using the ghost boxes, being able to really help to interact with the spirits. So that's been a big bonus, I would say, definitely in a haunted location. But you also get spirits coming in from abroad, from a distance. So that does happen as well.
Bill, when you're using the ghost box, and you mentioned that you are having spirits from all over come through that at this time, how do you think that works? How do you believe that maybe you're getting a spirit, say, from somewhere in the United States, even though you're in Canada, or maybe halfway around the world, are they really being able to pick up the energy of the people who are listening, or are they trying to, or is it maybe an audio pareidolia that people are hearing that may translate into, say, a loved one that died near them, however, is coming through near Vancouver, British Columbia?
Well, I think in a lot of cases, you can kind of tell when there's spirits around you. I know when I have spirits around when using the ghost box, I do get sensational feelings while I'm operating the ghost box. So I go a lot on those kind of feelings that the spirits are close around. So the spirits from abroad, I don't get that same kind of feeling, but at the same time, I guess they're going through the ether, for a better term, to try to communicate. So, yeah, so it's, basically making that connection.
Mm-hmm. So with Vancouver being a very multicultural area and the entire lower mainland of British Columbia, how do you know maybe that you're getting someone from the United States or getting someone from China or India or Russia, knowing that there is large populations of each group in the lower mainland area of BC?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's deciphering, I guess, the language to begin with. I do have a friend that helps with the Chinese with me with both dialects, Cantonese and Mandarin, so that helps. And then other nationality languages, I've had people explain that as well for me with that aspect. Again, if it's abroad, it's kind of hard to tell when they're from another country like that. So you have to kind of just go with what's happening at the time and just sort of, try to make ends meet in the sense of the senses of that conversation, if you can decipher it.
Mm-hmm. I find that you have to have a very open mind when it comes to the spirit box or the ghost box, whatever you want to call it, because for a lot of people, they honestly believe that there could be some sort of audio pareidolia happening. What is your opinion on that?
You could sort of say, well, it's saying this and that. So I always say you got to record your ghost box sessions all the time so you're able to go back and listen to it later. So that's important to document it. And at the same time, you have to look at what they're saying. Is it intelligible to what you're asking a question? And that's kind of where I've had to use, some strict guidelines for myself. So basically, intelligent response to what I'm saying, is it around that? Or if it's just random words kind of being said out to you, you have to sort of go between that.
Mm-hmm. I got a couple questions from our audience here, and we'll get. And she says, have you ever brought home negative entities, and what have you done to get rid of them?
I did earlier when I was doing ghost hunting. When I first started it, I really didn't understand so much about attachments, and there wasn't a lot of people telling me about attachments either, so I kind of had to learn the hard way. And so once that happened, I had the energy drained out of me when I went to one cemetery in Victoria. I was doing some work over there years ago, and basically my energy just drained after I actually looked like a ghost almost. I was very pale looking, and I felt sick for at least four days after.
Really?
Yeah, you get,
How did you overcome that?
Well, eventually you just sort of recuperate from it, but it basically felt like your energy being sucked out of you. So, everything hurt in your body. You were kind of dizzy. You just felt really lousy. Your digestive tract was off kilter, so you just didn't feel like eating properly. And all you could do was just, I would force myself to have some water, some liquids in my system, and slowly I was able to eat and, recuperate from it.
Mm-hmm. Getting back to Amber's question, second part, do you do anything to protect yourself so any entity cannot harm you or enter your home?
Yeah, I do actually. I do say prayers. Like I said, prayers before tonight that basically we'll all be safe. And when I go out on investigations, I always do prayers and that. And then when I come home after investigation there, I put on incense. Sometimes I use even white sage and, little things like that. And just a positive mind in the sense of not to have any spirits here. So make a confirmed commitment, and you say it out verbally that you're not welcome to be in this home if you did follow me home. So basically, you have to take a stance and say you're not welcome.
All right, let's get to another question. This one from Galen, and she is asking, Bill, does a ghost box receive analog or digital signals? Pardon me.
It would be analog, basically, that's picking up on these radios. They're a digital tuner, of course, and this one here, I can adjust the scan rate on it, and it in itself has basically a little plate on the side, so when I touch that, I become the antenna, so I'm basically working with the radio in a very energetic way.
How do you like doing that? How do you like being that involved, almost being like a conductor?
I find it very, very good. I like the sound of this radio for doing talk radio. It works very well that way. It's not as noisy as, say, the PSB-7 or the PSB-11. Those are kind of harsh-sounding radios. I got, the Hack Shack radios and Sangene radios. So, yeah, and then Andy Box radio and a few other different types of ghost boxes. So, yeah, I mean, I have a nice little collection there that I can kind of switch around, and I feel certain radios work probably better in certain locations and so on.
Michael wants to know, do the ghosts know what frequency they are on?
Well, I don't think they're really that concerned per se about the frequency. They're more wanting to communicate with you, so they're going to utilize that little bits of tidbits of broadcast radio that's getting spit out by the ghost box. It gets chopped up, and so they are able to remodulate and form speech from that. That's kind of the theory that is being stuck with the ghost box. There's other theories as well, but I mean, that's the main one that I heard years ago.
We're going to get to a few more questions here before we actually get to a live ghost box session, because we want all of you to be as informed as possible with how the system will work. And you, as a listener, got to get ready with your pen and paper as well, because when we hit it, we're going to be hitting it hard with the ghost box session. If you have someone you want to communicate with, or you have a question about somebody, no, we do not do deaths that just occurred. Okay, out of respect for the spirits in the family, Bill does not conduct his investigations that way. So we will take questions on people who have passed a while ago. And you are more than welcome to open up that line of communication. Let's get to Amber's question here. Bill, do you work with a medium to help the spirits cross over? And have the spirits ever given you warnings about the future or something in your life, or maybe helpful information?
That's a good question. I have worked with mediums. I tend to be an independent, so I work a lot on my own. I have worked with different paranormal groups around the Lower Mainland, and I do a lot of my own personal research work as well, and also helping people when they contact me, either if they want me to get a hold of their loved ones that have passed over, or investigate their home and do like a preliminary investigation. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I've had a few things that have been said through the ghost box that have definitely caught my attention. So, yeah, I'll take note to it.
Right. Bill, you mentioned that you kind of work on your own. You have no problem working with a multitude of ghost investigators that are out there. Why do you stay rogue in your research?
Well, I work quite well on my own as well. So, yeah, I know that golden rule, you shouldn't go out to a haunted location by yourself. So, I do look at safety very carefully. So I am very safety oriented with what I do. So that's one prime factor. Again, when it comes down to it, I like to be independent a lot of times because I'm it works well with my scheduling for one thing, as well as it works well with the kind of investigation I like to conduct.
Mm-hmm. Let's get to a question from Joyce. She is asking, Bill, do you take on old crime hauntings, the ones that have been documented but remain unsolved?
I haven't had too many of those types have happened, but however, if they did, someone did contact me if they had their home where possibly a murder had taken place, I would definitely consider helping them, yes.
Does old crime, true crime, intrigue you at all?
Well, I guess, if it goes back quite a number of years, it's interesting what led up to it, and if it's ever been unsolved and needs to be rectified. So again, I don't think a court of law would take anything considering a ghost box. They would look at it as just as something like psychic type thing there. So again, I think overall if an officer approached me, he'd probably be interested in a name or something he could follow up on. But I think they're not going to reveal their sources, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Joyce has another question. She is asking, do you think people who have passed who knew secret or unmentionable gossip about a crime could assist through the ghost box in trying to solve an investigation?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Spirits have helped me on some cases and some situations. So when I've asked help, they have assisted. Yes, that can happen.
Okay. Let's get to another question from Vivian. Well, we'll get to that when we do a live ghost box session with her. And we will get to Vivian first of all. And then Galen is asking, do you receive messages only a voice recorder picks up from the ghost box?
Repeat that again. Pardon me.
Do you only get messages, or do you receive messages only a voice recorder picks up from the ghost box? So away from the ghost box, you're actually recording the session as well.
Okay, I see what you mean. Yeah, you can. Pardon me. You can get EVPs coming through.
All right.
That is possible. Yeah.
What about children, though? Because a lot of people, Bill, have a tough time dealing with anything to do with children. We don't like to think of children as being on the other side. Is it hard for you as an investigator to deal with that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially I've had kids, young children come through on the ghost box, and they've, laughed sometimes. They're happy. Sometimes they're very sad. So, yeah, I mean, it does affect you in some ways, yeah.
Pandora is asking all the way from the UK if you have your own spirit guides helping you to protect you.
I believe so, yeah. I don't always call upon them, but I believe, yeah, there's some spirit guides out there definitely watching my back, shall we say.
Mm-hmm. And Catherine has a question. And she is asking, Bill, how long did it take you to learn how to pick out the spirit voice versus the radio noise?
Yeah, that's a good question. Again, it comes down to what you're saying in a way of a question and an intelligent response. So that's how I kind of measure my success using the ghost box. If I'm getting something intelligible back that's correlating with the question that I'm mentioning.
So why don't we do a test run here? Let's fire this thing up, because I'm sure people are getting sick and tired of hearing you and I banter rather than hearing the ghost box fired up. And let's do a little warm-up, because last time we were doing a lot of names of celebrities that had passed on, and we got some very interesting and intriguing comments on that. So where do we want to head first off today, my friend?
Okay, well, to begin with, I would suggest to your listeners to turn up their volume just a little bit. And if you have headphones, that would enhance your listening. So if you have that, please use it.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget, if you have a pen and paper, or if you're in one of the chat rooms, I definitely want to see your responses of what you pick up. Just remember, there is about a 30-second delay, so try and be as specific as you can. And when Bill fires it up, we'll get this thing going. It's all on you now, Bill.
Okay, well, we're going to do a little demonstration here, what it sounds like. Who would like to talk to me? Can I get a name, please? Do you wish to talk to us tonight? I'm on a radio show. There's many listeners listening in. Would you like to talk to us?
That's one.
Do you know somebody out there? You know somebody in the audience who's listening in? If you do, call out their name.
There you go.
Do you have a message for me, maybe? Are you at peace right now?
World.
Are you around here locally where I am? Or are you from abroad? Did you live in this area where I am, in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada? Did you live around here? Did you go to the school, Fleetwood Elementary, when you were younger? How do you feel about it being torn down now? It's torn down. How do you feel about that? Does that make you sad? Okay, I'm going to end this session. I thank you for communicating with us. Okay, that's basically, that's what it would sound like for any of the new listeners listening in tonight.
Absolutely. And, we got a lot on that one. I can honestly say that one sounded much more active than when we started off the last time you were on the air in January. For instance, when you said, we're on a radio show here, I heard a voice clearly say, "Are you the guest?"
Yeah, I heard that too. So, yeah.
Teresa here in the chat room also heard that as well. I heard when you asked if anybody wanted to chat, I heard a male voice say yes. And then I heard when you asked if you knew anybody in the audience, I heard Marlena. And Marlena is in the chat room. I don't know if Marlena heard that. You know Marlena personally.
Yes.
So I did hear that. I did hear the world. I heard Turkey. And I heard my name, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you said, did you go to this school? I heard, of course. And then later on, a voice said, I hate it. I don't know quite what that meant. Now, let's see what else we got from our audience. Robert in Australia heard world. Mary, Catherine, careful. And Vivian doesn't hear it, can't understand a thing that it's saying, but let's go through the other chat room. Craig heard Nigel, Erica. Marie heard world, turkey, and at the end about the school not being there, that's where she heard I hate it. So Marie and I are on the same page together tonight. We heard a lot of the same. Dawn heard Patricia, Erica. Len heard hey dad, scaredy cat. So there is a lot of messages coming through on this one. That was a good start for us, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. Being beside a haunted location there, I mean, even if the school's torn down, I mean, this area still has its hauntings. So, and there's been some nearby murders, I hate to say it, but this area I noticed is very active with spirit energy, so I can definitely feel it. So, and one of the other points I wanted to bring out, I know there's a weather front coming into the lower mainland in the morning. We're going to get some rain and wind with that. So before you get weather front, sometimes that really picks up the spirit energy coming through.
All right, I want to get a few more comments. Francesca heard world and turkey as well. Michael heard turkey. Pandora heard a child say, who's that then, a man? Which is interesting. Mm-hmm. And Amber heard Tom was shot, who is with me, the spirit. And you're in a very haunted location right now. You really are. I have to laugh on Twitter at #SpaceVideo. John is actually asking, he goes, can you channel the ghost of Dave's microphone asking for a friend? Thank you, John, for your consideration of my microphone ghost right now that has knocked my microphone off. So I'm having to do this just like Bill is through my cell phone. So if you're wondering why the quality isn't as strong as it normally is on a nightly basis, that's because we're having to use a little bit of Canadian duct tape here to make sure that we have the show going on. So, Bill, that's probably one of the best starts we have had to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's going to be very promising tonight. And, you know, at the same time, your listeners, a lot of them were hearing much the same thing, but then other listeners couldn't really hear what they wanted to hear because, you know, if they're new at listening to it, I can understand they get caught up with the scanning part of the radio and the hissing and the staticky kind of sounds and so on. So, yeah, what I hear doesn't mean what Dave hears or what another listener in the chat room might hear. So we all hear things different at different frequency levels. So,
absolutely. So we will continue to go on with this. And we had a question earlier, and I'm just going to find it here. I got to scroll on up so that way I do not lose it. And Vivian was asking if we could try and contact her mother, if there are any messages from her mom.
Okay, why don't we do that now? I'll just turn it on here. I have Vivian over on the other side of this phone. She wants to get hold of her mother. Mom, are you there? Call out to your daughter. Do you have a message for her? Let her know. You have something you want to tell Vivian? Do you have anything else you'd like to tell Vivian? Mom, are you there? Vivian wants to hear your voice. Is that okay? Just call out to her. Say hello, Vivian. She had a nickname. Call out her nickname. Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
That was a good session. And I know Vivian was having troubles hearing what we were talking about there. And she's having troubles picking it up. But this is what I picked up. Right before you started speaking, and before you even asked the first question, and I'm reading the chat room on Spreaker, Jacob's heard the exact same thing, and I wrote it down. We got Vivian right before you asked the first question.
Wow.
And then I got hello, hi, miss you, I'm good, I'm funny, hi, honey, love you, and right on.
Yeah, those are nice messages. Yeah.
Oh, Vivian was actually able to get something. She got call, take it, nice, I love you, anyone, let's go. So she got that. Let's see what people in our other chat room got here as well. Let's see here. Just going through. We got I'm good. We got Vivian's name coming through quite a few times. Nice. Hello. Call, ice, lonely, senses, right on. From Craig, thank you. And let's see what else we got. Just scrolling through the chat room. We got hello, hi, and yes as well. So we definitely got something. We definitely got something in the chat room. Let me check the Space Out Radio chat room as well. See if anybody there got anything. No. I think we're pretty good there. Let's see. Yeah, we're pretty good on that one. That was amazing. Amazing time. That was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. I would recommend for Vivian, if she wants to, is sometime listening to the show again through the audio, like through the archive files, and see if she picks up any more of the sounds and, what her mother's voice would have sounded like. So, yeah, I highly recommend that for her to do so.
Before we continue on, Salima has a question here. She is asking, Bill, are ghost boxes built with the same products as other ghost boxes, or are they all a little bit different?
I'd say they're all a little different, especially the custom-built ghost boxes. I mean, the different builders will use different types of FM tuners or whatever, and add little features to them and so on, and they just all have a different sound. That's one thing you'll notice with a lot of different ghost boxes. And then the one that's commercial, I say actually two, is the PSB 7 and PSB 11. Those are kind of hard to hear sometimes, but they do work. I mean, you can get stuff coming through on them.
Oh, for sure. For sure. And
they're more choppier sound, so they wouldn't really be good for the show. Personally, I wouldn't want to use them, but I find this radio is a little bit more easier to manage, to listen to as a listener.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And once again, I want people to understand that if you have headphones, plug your headphones in, because that will definitely take some of the background noise that is surrounding you, that is going to be blocking a lot of other outside sounds, so you'll be able to hear a little bit more clearly. And if you're in one of the chat rooms or on Twitter, Okay, I want you to put your responses, what you hear, because I want to read what you guys are getting on the air. I definitely want to read that because you know me. I love the audience participation, and I definitely want to be able to share what you are hearing with Bill as well, because Bill is literally sitting in his car at an abandoned, rundown elementary school that has been demolished. Okay, the property is quite haunted, so he's not sitting near a computer being, able to monitor the chat room. So make sure that you guys, type your responses in, because we definitely want to hear them on this end as well. Now, we continue on. Bill, we got about 3.5 minutes before we got to go to a break here. But I'm wondering if we can fire it up. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, I just wanted to make one mention. I'm in an adjacent parking lot right beside the lot now where the school used to be. So, because basically there's no trespass signs there, so I'm definitely not in the location, the formal location of the school. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I'm in an adjacent parking lot beside it.
All right, we could definitely do that. Let's fire up one more question. Okay. Like I said, we got about 3.5 minutes, Bill, before we got to go to break. So we're going to have to make this quick. This one comes from #SpacedOutRadio from Deb, and she is asking, can you ask her sister Donna to tell her where she was murdered or if she killed herself? Are you comfortable doing that one?
Oh, we can give it a try. Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I have Deb here. Wants to get a hold of her sister, Donna. Donna. How did you die, if you don't mind me asking? And Donna, are you at peace now? Are you happy? If you want, you can call out to your sister, Deb. Say hello to her. Let her know that you're okay, okay? You have anything else you'd like to tell her? To Donna? To your sister? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
That one seemed to be a little bit more darker. I don't know why.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That one
felt
darker than the other ones.
Yeah, it definitely had a different feel to it. That's for sure. For my, I definitely had sensational feelings while I did that one. So, yeah.
Right off the bat, I got hello, and then I heard a woman's voice say something that sounded like drowned, and then a man's voice immediately followed and said tank. But when you asked, are you happy? I got happy. And then shortly after that, I got a man's voice saying, and maybe it was a radio frequency, but it said, sent to hell. But a woman's voice a little bit later on came back and said, miss you. Now, if I read some of the chat room talk here, okay, Pandora heard pain, low blow. She said Deb, and Deb again, and then stab. Robert heard blue, get the RBG, free one. Vivian heard Donna, hello. Maid, where you from? Marie heard tank as well. Milo heard hello, hey, are you up too? Len heard Joe, hello, hey, where you at? 2. Paisley heard 3, 1, and 2. Jacob heard alone, yes, yeah, well. So there's a lot of coinciding sounds as well as what we are hearing.
Yeah, it's almost like it. Yeah, it kind of goes with what I'm saying. Sort of, it sort of has that response back.
Well, here's the interesting part from Deb, and we're going to have to wrap this up because we got to take a break here. But she said it cut her out completely. Is that a trip or what? No static, no voices. Only 1 second at the beginning. It wouldn't let her hear it. How weird is that? And on that note, we're going to take a break here on Spaced Out Radio. Bill Hauser is back, live Ghost Box session, continuing as we continue on Spaced Out Radio right after this.
From coast to coast to coast, Blacklight Uncharted is taking on the paranormal across Canada. From ghostly hauntings to the UFOs flying above in conjunction with MUFON Canada, we're closely investigating what's going on in the northern skies and checking out the apparitions that walk among us. Check out our videos right here at spacedoutradio.com. We want to know your thoughts, we want to hear your experiences, and we want you to share your stories. The answers are out there, and we intend to find them.
Would you like to become one of our space travelers? All you have to do is click on the Space Travelers icon at spacedoutradio.com. For only $5 a month, you can get access to some great prizes, as well as private monthly shows, newsletters, and a members-only section on our website. Become a space traveler today.
The third Monday of every month, Spaced Out Radio is going to bring you a different look at everything paranormal. Welcome to The Reporters. Jim Mallard, Vanessa Hogel, Denise Garcia, and Christina George join me, Dave Scott, for a look at the weird and strange from the other side of the microphone. We'll break down ghosts, UFOs, cryptids, and the people investigating them. The paranormal media has never been heard like this. Come listen to The Reporters.
It's paranormal news at its finest. Welcome to The Encounter. At spaceoutradio.com, The Encounter online is SOR's trusted news source for everything weird and strange going on around the world. This is news editor Eric Markham. Our team of journalists are scouring the planet for those strange stories that rarely make the mainstream. No fear-mongering or fake news here. Head over to spaceoutradio.com and encounter The Encounter.
Hey, this is Canadian Paranormal Investigator Mike Moore. The third Wednesday of every month, I'll be teaming up with Dave Scott to bring you Ghosts of the Great White North. Each month, we will bring on guests from across Canada to discuss their ghostly encounters. Canada is a paranormal hotbed with stories you've never heard, so we're going to bring them to you. So get comfy on your Chesterfield, grab a donut, and join us, eh?
Have you had an experience you can't explain? Had a run-in with ghosts, maybe Bigfoot, or seen lights in the sky? Hi, I'm Mike Schmidt from the SOR Sightlines. I'm here to investigate your sighting. Head to spacedoutradio.com and fill out a report on the Sightlines. All your information is 100% confidential, and I will help you figure out what you've been seeing. File your report, and let's find out the answers together.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. With their money-back guarantee and the many benefits, how can you afford not to get one? Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com for mind, body, and spirit, and expect a miracle.
Are you interested in advertising on Spaced Out Radio? Head to our website at spacedoutradio.com and click on our advertising tab. There, you will find an assortment of ways you can get your product out there with us, from radio commercials to banners and social media. Have a product you like our hosts to endorse? We can do that too. Visit spacedoutradio.com for more details.
Have you got your Cosmic Passport? If you need one, tune in to Cosmic Passport on Spaced Out Weekend. This is Elizabeth Anglin, ET experiencer, spirit medium, and host of Cosmic Passports. Each weekend I'll be bringing you interviews and support from other paranormal experiencers, and the best in intuitive spiritual guidance from across the globe. It's all happening starting at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, midnight Eastern, on spacedoutradio.com.
From British Columbia to Northern California, Pacific North Weird has Cascadia covered. Check out our feature videos at spacedoutradio.com, where I, Vincent Zunza, and my super sleuth partner Alexandra Sullivan track down the weird and strange stories from around the Pacific Northwest, from Bigfoot to Mel's Hole and everything in between. This is what makes life exciting. So why report the normal when we can report the Pacific North Weird right here at spacedoutradio.com.
Oh, there's only one way to rock. Loud and proud. In high definition. Radio 702 rocks. Las Vegas.
Every Saturday and Sunday night, as Dave Scott wanders aimlessly in the wilderness, you can come hang out with me, James Tyson, in Spaced Out Weekend. Starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, I'll take you along as we talk with some of the best experts in their fields. SpacedOutRadio.com is the place to find us. So sit down, relax, put your feet up. Enjoy the topics like the paranormal, supernatural, intuitiveness, and so much more. Hope to see you there.
Don't have time to listen to Spaced Out Radio live? Wherever you are, the car, the office, the shower, or even if you're traveling, we're right here for you. Each Spaced Out Radio show can be found on iTunes, TuneIn, and on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show. It's the perfect way for you to catch up on our shows. For more information, just head over to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and tune in to us today.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. Would you like to connect with us? Head to spacedoutradio.com for all your latest show info. And hit us up on Twitter using the hashtag Spaced Out Radio. Now, back to Dave Scott and SOR.
Welcome back to the second hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Good to have you along for the ride as we do this 7 days a week. Tomorrow night on the program, it's the first Friday of April, which means it's our Keith Andrews time. Our Keith Andrews, our resident ET expert with the ET Connection, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern time at spacedoutradio.com. We want to welcome in our terrestrial radio stations tonight, WQEE 99 Rock the Key, down in Noonan, Georgia. Good to have you along with us. We're also live on the United Public Radio Network on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. We are live in Las Vegas on Renegade Talk Radio, and if you're listening in on Revolution Radio, remember, the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Bill Cardwell has set the password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Suedepigraphy? Bill, really? Suedepigraphy? I'm sure I'm getting that wrong. Suedepigraphy? Either way, that is your password for tonight in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Another professional butchering by Dave here, Bill's password, as Bill sets the password each and every night right here on Spaced Out Radio. Hey, if you want to follow us online, you can do so on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. You can also use the hashtag Spaced Out Radio to connect with me live as well during the show. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can tune us in on TuneIn, download our shows from iTunes. We're also on RadioGuide.fm, TalkStream Live, and on Stitcher. Our website is SpacedOutRadio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including reading up on the Encounter Online, our brand new news section, and you can join the SOR Space Travelers Club for $5 a month, or if you want to become a Patreon supporter of Spaced Out Radio, just become a patron. Costs as low as $1 a month. Patreon.com is the place to go. Bill Hauser is our guest tonight, the man known as Can Dewey. He is an expert when it comes to the live Ghost Box session. Bill, welcome back.
Well, thank you, Dave. I just want to say I'm just a specialist. I don't really consider myself an expert.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We have this argument every time you're on the air, my friend. We do have this argument. Hey, I want to update. Right before the break, we were talking about Deb at hashtag Space Out Radio on Twitter. And we were talking to her sister, trying to figure out if her sister committed suicide or she was murdered. So Deb gave a little bit of an update for us. And I just want to read this off. Her sister was stabbed in the throat, fell in the water. Okay. And also, sister has been sending messages that she is in hell. We discussed that with other guests, but I've never used her name before. That's what Deb is saying. In the police report, tank knife in the throat. What do you think of that? It was definitely her that Deb is saying. There was no way for Bill to know the police report, and Dave can attest that I have talked of knife, but not the name of the knife. So that is a big, I would say, confirmation, Bill, about some of the information that came out.
Yeah, it's the whole events leading up to her death like that was very sad. So, yeah, I mean, I had no way of knowing what the situation was for her sister.
Absolutely. Let's get to some questions from our audience before we continue on here. Galen is asking, have you only heard messages from spirits, or do you get messages from darker entities like demons as well?
Well, I would say I have gotten some entities. Again, it's open to interpretation. Dark Man came through to me on one occasion. I mean, I think most of the time I'm talking to people that have passed over. But there is that small area where you could be talking to entities from other dimensions, whatever. So it's always there that you can possibly talk to other entities, good, bad, or indifferent.
Mm-hmm. Amber is asking, have you, Bill, ever seen any of these spirits that are communicating through the ghost box? Have they ever touched you, pushed you, moved stuff on you?
Yeah, they have actually touched me on a few occasions, and of course, I feel the sensation that they're around me, and I've had that happen quite a number of times, especially when I did Patella Bridge, the park down there, as we know it as today. There was been a lot of murders and suicides off the Patella Bridge, and industrial accidents in the general area. So I was doing the session. I had basically an unseen force grab my forearm and kind of tug on me to get my attention.
You know what? Mike Morin from the Canadian Paranormal Society, who's a good friend of yours and mine, was actually up at my place just a couple of weeks ago. And we went to the museum where I hold the ghost hunt charity events. The first one will be this weekend. And we actually went through and we were letting the spirits know what we were going to be doing. And for the first time, I actually got touched on the wrist. I've never been touched by a spirit before. And in the Clydesdale barn that is up at the museum, there is a shadow man in there. And he actually touched my wrist as I started walking away. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting. You know, I never had that happen.
You get the hair on the back of your neck standing up?
You know what? It's funny. I didn't until after he touched my wrist. And I was wearing a jacket, and it had, I always keep the buttons undone at the end of my sleeves, and I was wearing a jacket that had buttons at the end of the sleeves, and he actually touched the button that actually touched me. So that kind of tripped me out a little bit.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
We got some stuff coming through here, Bill. That I'm just curious. There's a few people in the SOR Space Travelers Club who are actually hearing voices behind me while I am speaking. And Robert White and Pandora have brought this up. They say they believe there's something behind me before the sessions. It's happening when I am speaking, not you, Bill. He is saying, who's that? What's up? And what's going on?
You want me to call him out?
Pandora actually heard a growl as well. So maybe that's the way we should go. But before we do that, I think a lot of people would like to know how you dissect your information. So when you're recording these sessions as we are going on here, so I'm wondering, what do you do with your evidence? How do you break everything down?
Well, I basically treat my ghost box sessions like I do an EVP session there. I record with a digital recorder, and then basically I use a software that's free. You can get it off the internet, WavePad, and I listen through and I make highlights, and I don't do a lot of, I just do minor cleanup. So I try to keep it as very much pristine and in its original form. And I look for sequences, so what I'm saying and then what the ghost box saying with responses from entity, shall we say, and look for those intelligent responses.
Interesting.
And then I catalog them.
Yeah, go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying, then I just basically catalog them after, and then I do post some of them if I feel I want to post them. So if they're private sessions with people, I don't normally put stuff up like that unless I have their permission.
Which is a smart thing to do.
Yeah, well, you try to keep this as respectable as possible for everybody involved, basically.
Well, if people are hearing a spirit behind me, let's fire this darn thing up and see who could be in the studio with me. And then after we figure that out, I'm going to explain to a lot of people what's going on. Okay?
Okay. I'll try to call them out and see what their intent is. Okay. I want to know what spirits are around Dave Scott's studio right now. What is your name? I want to know why you're hanging around Dave Scott. What is your reason why you're in the background of Dave Scott right now?
Limited business.
You have any reason why you're there? You have good intentions being around that studio right now. So could you identify yourself? I hope you don't wish any harm upon Dave Scott. Do you come in a peaceful manner?
We are. Nope.
You have a message then for him.
We were.
Did you live around the 100-mile house area of British Columbia at one time?
Sorry. What?
Okay, I thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
There's a lot of stuff coming through.
Right off the bat, I got careful. And then when you asked the name, I got Jim Cox. And then you asked if there's any questions. And then a voice said, question. And right after that, I heard a woman's voice say, aliens. I love it. Work. Harmonious. I heard the name Carl, which will make sense to our listeners here. Hi.
Okay.
Hi, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm awesome. He loves me. Hi there. Now, I have to tell you this. The hi, Dave, and I am awesome sounded exactly like my deceased former sister-in-law who died of a drug overdose a number of years ago.
Uh-huh.
So I found that to be very, very intriguing. So let's get to what the audience heard. And I'm going to start off in the SOR Space Travelers Club. Joe heard drum, Aubrey. Vivian also heard Aubrey. Well, we are. Yes, my baby. Robert heard okay, Jim John, so that I wrote down Jim Cox, so that's pretty much the same thing. Father, 1 minute, to meet, yes, would you? Well, Dave, awesome, no, nope, Mean Rick, hey there, honest. Pandora heard, bless him, careful, Bob, Jim Smith, question, Dad, stuff, you, faster, limited, last night, to me, help, Bob, 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 not yet, Bob, shut, right on, shut up, pensioners, well, Bob, lots of Bob, I don't have any Bobs that have crossed over. And Michael heard, question, limited, I love you, that's right, we are, no, whoop. Joe heard Carl, tell me you heard Carl, Joe. And Vivian heard Jim, question, yes, limited, business, hi, to me, yeah, Easterner, oh yeah, Aubrey, no, yes, at one time, hey there, Darky. Let's get to what Catherine had to say. Courage you need. And let's see, let's go over here. Question, Milo heard question, a-hole, limited, Jimmy, yes, patience, Dave, we are, hey there, what baby? Lynn heard art, question, burning up, limited, no to me, your show, well, heaven, hey there, Sparky, hey baby. And I'm going to ask, if you're in the chat room on Spreaker especially, if we are doing the session, Catherine is putting it in there. I'm having real troubles reading or defining what is conversation and what is actually being in the chat room. So please, if you don't mind, let's just try during the chat sessions to try and keep everything to the Ghost Box session. That's a favor to me, if you don't mind. Marie heard question, barber, business, and a very loud Dave. Tammy heard doctor. Paisley heard now, baby. And we go from there. Oh, Dawn, this is funny from Dawn. Dawn asked, or said, I heard some hot alien chick wants to meet you. Might be wrong. Laughing out loud. I think she's playing with us there. Now, here's the interesting part to this, Bill, is the people who were hearing things behind the scenes, apparently coming from my phone. Here's the interesting part. I had my phone on mute. So when it was happening, when I was talking, they were hearing a voice behind me, which wasn't you, and there's no other voices. But when you were speaking, I actually had my phone on mute. So that is very, very interesting. Now, the other interesting point to all this was last week, I actually had a gentleman named Tony who does a lot of astral travel and remote viewing for Forest Moon Paranormal take a look at my house because there just seemed to be something off. So the fact that there was, when Tony came into my house on a remote view, basically we had a good laugh when he was saying that, when he arrived, my house was like one of those Kmart blue light specials with all the activity that was going on in and around my house. So I think it's very, very interesting indeed. I just want to ask the chat room, did anybody else hear the name Carl? Or are you just typing Carl? Because Carl's the alien that visited my window. We've all met Carl around here. So let me know if you actually heard the name Carl. I'm very interested. So that's actually kind of what was going on.
Yeah, well, you got a full name, Jim Cox there. It'd be interesting if he one time was a resident of 100 Mile House, maybe. I don't know. So, I don't know any Jim Cox, but...
Other people heard it differently. Dennis heard it as Jim Jones. So, okay, Don heard Carl. I'm waiting to see if anybody else heard Carl as well. Okay, Pandora heard Carl. Vivian is saying they're probably teasing you about Carl. Carl has an invite, so we'll put that out to the universe and into space right now. Hey, Carl, if you're out there somewhere, come on back. We miss you. It's been, on the 20th, it'll be 2 years, my friend. It'll be 2 years since you showed up at my window during this broadcast. So it's time for you to definitely check back in with us, Carl. I would love to do another session here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
All right. This one comes from Tammy. And Tammy is saying, Bill, if you could try and contact my Nan, or grandmother, I'm assuming, I would love to know if she's able to tell me what the message was that she had for me that I never had a chance to hear from her before she passed. Would appreciate this to try and if other people can help decipher it, it would be really, really cool. So we're looking for her grandmother, I believe.
Yeah, so Tammy's looking for her grandmother. Okay, we'll try and see what comes through. I have Tammy on the other side of this phone. She wants to know where her grandmother is right now and how is she doing and what message that she might have had for her. Do you have a message for her, grandmother, or Tammy? How are you doing, grandmother? Are you doing okay? Tammy would like to know that as well. What message did you have for her, grandmother, for Tammy?
keyword.
Can you say hello to her at least? Hello to her. Tommy wants to hear your voice, grandmother. Okay, we thank you for communicating with us.
All right. You know what? It's amazing because I got nothing right at the beginning. And then about halfway through, I got, I love you, really? Love you, I love you, really love you. That's what I got for Tammy. So let's, right off the beginning, a couple of us, I did hear that. Dawn, I did hear that. Dawn and I both got F it right at the beginning. Dawn also got grandma, I love you, good work, laugh. Marie got driver, hug. Teresa got keyword, forget. One of us, hug, it's Tammy. Paisley got F it. You, Paul, good, sure, really. Statistics here on the roads, hug, heard. Milo got hi, deliver us, come back. Len got Bill, you were, where you go. Judy, F it, was the first thing that he heard as well. Let's see what else other people got. Jacob got, what have you done? Jacob also got, I'm back, message, good, I'm back, you work a lot. Come back, hi, from Milo. And let's go and see what the other chat room says. Let me pull it up here. Joe got Dennis, wait, he would, I love you, what a rush. Vivian got, yeah, I found it. No, driver, she would, mommy loves you, hi. Statistics, heard. Pandora got Bob again. I think you're addicted to the word Bob, Pandora. Just saying. Stand still, hell, yeah. No. Is that you? Bob, love you, tired, Bob. Bullsh. As far as I'll go on that one. Hold on, watch out, who's there? Rob, what's up? Heard you, okay. And I don't know why Pandora keeps hearing Bob or Rob, but I think she has a secret ghost admirer. That's what I'm saying. Catherine also heard cognac.
Cognac
as well. Yeah. So we heard a lot in that one. I'm just seeing if I'm missing anybody from here. No, not in that chat room. And I think we are good on that. So I hope that let's see what Tammy has to say. She goes, thank you so much. I'm bawling right now. My nan never said a bad word in her life, so that makes me laugh. A few of those names mentioned are her brothers.
Oh, really?
Very nice.
Wow.
Yes. So
she recognizes the voices?
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. Let's see if anybody else heard. Deb heard. Oh, that was getting back. She didn't hear Carl. She heard Krill. That was going back to my session. The money's in the backyard. Dennis heard autistic and Todd several times. So it's very interesting. Bob, Robert, and Bill were her great uncles, and she was close to both of them.
Wow.
So that's
amazing.
That's kind of cool. Tammy, I'm glad that worked out for you. Really glad that worked out for you.
There's a good connection there.
Absolutely. But it's amazing how much easier it is when you have a group of people like we have participating in the chat rooms to kind of get that instant confirmation, isn't it, Bill?
Well, yeah, and also, too, they bring their energy to the table as well, so their curiosity and also their interest, so that adds to the whole mix of things.
Do you find that when you get home that, that you hear much differently the second time around, or hear much more the second time around than when you are doing it live?
So when I go listen to the recorded show, in other words, I'll have to say, during the time of the Ghost Box session, sometimes I don't always hear, and it's good what your audience hears it, because I'm more or less kind of focusing on my location here for one reason. But at the same time, it's always good to record your Ghost Box session so you can always follow back after and see what's being said, or, that EVP, for example, in the background or whatever.
All right, let's get to another one here, because my good friend Corey, who's probably sitting in what we nicknamed the SOR hot tub right now. And Corey, if you're in the hot tub right now, I'm very jealous. And I'm almost a little upset with you, because one of these days we definitely have to figure out a way to broadcast this show from in the official Spaced Out Radio hot tub. Corey was wondering if we could possibly try to get in tune with her mother.
Okay.
I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. I have Corey here on the other side of this phone, listening in. He wants to make contact with her mother. Do you have a message for Corey? Corey wants to know, is her mother there? Mom, do you have a message for Corey? Something of importance, maybe? Are you happy over there? Okay, we thank you for communicating with us.
Right off the bat, I got know that, and then baby, which would make sense because late last year, Corey became a grandmother. And when he asked, are you around? I heard, I am. So Jacob heard me video. Jacob and Marie heard yes. And all the responses are coming on in now. Catherine heard cat, video feed, girl, homeless, the walk, got a signal, amen. Don got feel good, mom, all of us being media fan, home, go back, yes for happy. And Craig got a little bit of chill. Albert, fool, coma for you, go back, channel, hang up, to me, no fun. Milo got hello, alien, fool, hello, baby, no, yeah, button up. Tammy got hello, feel good, mom, always, love you, one love. Paisley got kill, booyah, not sure, yes, lady, who, one, nothing. Len got, I heard something, that he heard something, hey there, Paul, Auburn, Nicole, who are you? Yes, hi, who, fun now. Teresa got over me, video, mom, booyah, pink. Chris got booyah and awesome. And let's see what we are able to get in the other chat rooms as well. Joe got Bob or mom, fool. Hello, I am 20. Do me, button up. Michael got hello, you bet. Yes, a little bit. Help. Robert got mean. Video, hun, go back. Shandel, hang up. Yeah. Vivian got something. Build, mom. Aubrey, mediocre. Hello, no. Honey, cute. Oh, yeah, things. It's fun now. And Pandora got Oliver feeling hello. Where's that? Jim saying no. To me, tell that woman scream. Okay, is Bill playing tricks on me? I just heard my name. Oh, that's what she's asking. You have to use a period, Pandora, because I'm reading this. She's saying that she just heard her name and that B name again and again, not funny. No, Bill is doing this, and he's not talking, besides asking the spirits the questions. So, let's see where it goes. Corey is confirming that she would have said hun, so that is good, which is a good thing, you know. And if you have any questions, make sure you type them in capital letters. There's a lot of chatters going on right now. I have to be able to try and see them, so do me a favor, if you don't mind. Make sure you type your questions in capital letters so I can pass them over to Bill during the show. I would greatly appreciate that if you wouldn't mind. It just makes my job a little bit easier so I know what is going on. And as we wait for more people to come on through, Bill, do you ever get, I mean, we've heard the word alien a couple of times now tonight.
Yeah.
Do you ever get what you would feel would be extraterrestrial contact or voices coming through?
I would say only really with your show I've actually experienced that. I haven't really experienced that outside unless maybe I went to a location that has a lot of UFO sightings, like, say, for example, in Mission there at Ruskin Dam. That might be a good location to make an example of and do a ghost box session.
Right on. All right, let's get to Chris's question here. And Chris is asking, he's wondering who the spirit is that has been sending him very vivid messages of late.
Okay. That's Chris, eh?
Yes.
I have Chris here. He wants to know what spirits are sending him messages, vivid messages.
Straight by your. What's wrong? He met.
How are you sending messages to him? What meanings are behind the messages for Chris? Do you have a message for Chris right now? The spirit that's been trying to do messages to Chris, do you have a message right now? What would you like to tell him? So what else would you like to tell Chris then? You have something of importance to tell Chris? Okay, well, thank you for communicating with us.
All right. Right at the end, I heard a girl's voice say, "Call me. Chris, you might have a ghost date there if you keep that up." I didn't get her number, though. I apologize. Right at the beginning, I heard in a British voice, "Fire," and then I heard, "You're on," "Bubble," "Gold," "He's good," "He means well," "No harm." I heard the name Milo, and then "Call me." So let's get to what the chatters were hearing as well. Let me get to the top here. Milo heard "Straight." "Hi there, we met." "Mm-hmm. We met." Catherine got "I love him" from Jacob heard that. Craig heard "Straight." "We met." "Scary." To phone, please. "Are not year old." "Oh yeah." "Level." "Year old." Craig heard "God" as well. "Call me." Jacob heard that. And Tabitha is someone else, is what Ronald heard. Catherine heard a little girl trying to say hi, which is confirmation because Michael McNeil in the SOR Space Travelers Club also heard a little girl's voice. John, 2 times from Tammy. Chris, "You're on." Telephone, "Look out." "Hi." Carl, she heard. Chris again. "Love you." "Hi." Craig heard Africa, Congo, star, go up. Chris, better. Season, fly, dash, contact. Paisley heard "Straight." Meds, phone, They're not. Noble, yoo-hoo, I heard. Or hi, more psychic. Dance. Marie heard "Tremble." He's good. Little kid's voice, "Hi." Therese heard "Sweet." Phone, "Don't know." You're home. Devil, African, one time, fly. Man, everybody's getting a lot of information here. I don't know if I have time to read through all of this. I'll get to Dennis. Strike, fire, meds from Chief. We too, hello, afar, not, you're on, no, go, every day, to know, we think that, not to, even, Stephen, pension, bad, you got a lot. Wow. Now let's get to the other chat room here. And that Joe heard "fair enough." No, laughter. Carl again. Go back. Bumblebee. Lock. Dash. Robert heard "she." Sleep. Love you. Hi. East. Broadsword. Grow up. Ding. Fly. Bench. It's from a... And then Pandora heard "phone" 3 times. Hang up. Got it. Old folks. Isn't he? Child saying "hello." Been a while. Mum, when you're dead. Child laugh. Think. Dad, I do. Mum, dash, child saying "phone." Vivian heard, that's right, he met 2, phone, Carla. You are? Hi. When you? Weekday, I think. Lock. Yeah. Dance. A lot of people are hearing the same thing on that one.
Yeah, it seems to be a correlation there of what they're hearing.
And Pandora just heard a man's voice saying, to me, well done. Well done, Dave.
Well
done.
Go.
Absolutely. I like Joe's question. Let's get to Joe's question next, because this one could have the potential to be a lot of fun. Now, our listener Joe, who has amazing hair. Yes, you do, Joe. Your hair deserves a big mention. He lives right in the forest, in the middle of nowhere. And just a few weeks ago, during this show, Joe sits outside to listen to his show with his anti-critter device, his big pit bull dog, and usually a rum and coke. And he was actually, Bill, during this show, photographing a black triangle over his house. The pictures were phenomenal. Wow. He posted them in the Spaced Out Radio groups. But anyways, he also feels that there's a lot of weird Sasquatch energy around his house. So he's wondering if we could try and see if the ghost box will allow him to get a message from the Bigfoot in the forests.
From Sasquatch himself. Okay. That's a...
Let's see.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I have Joe here on the other side of this phone. He wants to get a hold of Sasquatch. Can Sasquatch say something or communicate somehow to Joe? Could he form some kind of speech, say something to Joe? And does he have a message for Joe? Does he watch him all the time? Does Sasquatch observe Joe all the time on his balcony, his patio area? I just want to add a question. On Joe's property, is there a big portal or a vortex of some kind? Does he get visits from some interdimensional beings? Does he get visitors from these portholes? Is that where Sasquatch comes from? How about the triangle, too? The black one that Joe saw. Does that come from the porthole on his property or near his property? Is Sasquatch associated with the black triangle craft? Is there a message for Joe? Do you see Joe right now? And Sasquatch, are you able to do some verbalization that we could understand? Can you make a noise? Ready for what? So do you have any message for Joe? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us. Okay.
I got a ton of stuff off of this. I really did. This one was fun. The minute you asked if Sasquatch was there, I heard, yeah. And then you said, what's happening? And something said, nothing new. Then say it. You're funny. And you said, I believe, what do you want from Joe? And I heard the word peanuts. That's good. Or that's a good. I heard, hello, Joe. Need them. A woman's voice said, portal. And then, who wouldn't? The bush. Yes, yes. That was for, are you around? And do you look at Joe? Then I heard cloudy. Then I heard a woman's voice say, call me Jennifer. Then universe. I do. Gone. Fire truck. Child operate. Ready now. Sasquatch. Fur. And then when you said goodbye, I heard a woman's voice say bye.
Yeah.
So Everett heard portal as well. Joe heard you do, bite, yes, see you, vorlap, pebble, we are, the count, because, yes, probably, you're it, scream, gone, try to make it, aircraft, child, we see him, you ready now, yes, for huge. Robert heard, yeah, Dave, in a creepy voice, oh yeah, portal, count, close encounter, yes, probably, yeah, we're good. Go on, blah, child, preemie, doe. Robert, you speak way too Aussie for me sometimes. You ready now? Carl got a huge. Michael heard, yeah, love him, bite me, what the, yup, woof, yes, portal, nervous, God, now, child, created, are you ready? Pandora heard, universe, all's good, portal, a whistle, that's hard, not yet, no, Barbara, child, awkward, primitive, dash cam, weird, to, fur, okay. Amber heard, good eve, are you ready? Primitive. Now let's go over to the other chat room because this is absolutely jam-packed here. All right. Go ahead, which was right at the beginning. Awkward, yeah, portal. English, British, another dimension, Jacob heard. Occult, Catherine heard. Another dimension, we are here. We come close. And let's move on here. Scrolling down, universe was heard again. There was a couple of people reporting an F word. Jacob heard, enough, stop it, I'm bored. Heather heard, yep, absolutely. Portal, yeah. Craft, child. Dawn heard, safe or space. Core line, who wants to know? You wish, yes, they come. As that happened right after you mentioned the triangle. Can be, universe. Ron, part of me, you ready now? My life, shadow, help. Tammy heard, look who, yes, you're funny. Yeah, hi. Portal, cult, come, universe. Yes, John, pardon me, child, ready now. And on that note, we are going to get ready to take a break here on Spaced Out Radio because it's that time again. And I will read some more of these responses right after we go to break here and when we come back. So while you're listening during the break and you're wondering what all the hell this Ghost Box session actually have said, what I want you to do is I want you to check out the Encounter online, our resident news section on spacedoutradio.com. Check out patreon.com as well, where for as low as $1 a month you could become a patron of Spaced Out Radio. We have 1 hour left tonight with Bill Hauser, Ghost Box expert. And if you're a member of the SOR Space Travelers Club on Facebook, Joe is actually posting pictures of the black triangle that was lit up over his house just a couple of weeks ago. So you're going to want to check those out as well. You're listening to Space Out Radio. I am your host, Dave Scott. I'll be back right after.
The SOR Sightlines is a place for you to find answers to your strange experiences. Hi there, this is Mike Schmidt. If you have had an encounter with ghosts, UFOs, Bigfoot, ETs, or anything else that doesn't make sense, head to spacedoutradio.com and file a Sightlines report. All information you give is 100% confidential, and I will personally help you find the answers you need. SOR Sightlines, your answers are a click away.
Have you got your Cosmic Passport? If you need one, tune in to Cosmic Passport on Spaced Out Weekend. This is Elizabeth Anglin, ET experiencer, spirit medium, and host of Cosmic Passport. Each weekend I'll be bringing you interviews and support from other paranormal experiencers, and the best in intuitive spiritual guidance from across the globe. It's all happening starting at 9 p.m. Pacific Time, midnight Eastern, on spacedoutradio.com.
Hi there, I'm Butch Witkowski, lead investigator with U4COP. On the final Monday of every month, you can listen to me and host Dave Scott on Spaced Out Radio's Strange Days. We're going to get to the heart of the matter when it comes to what's happening out there. People are seeing and experiencing things from ET contact to Bigfoot, and I want to hear about it. Your experiences are what we investigators need to help solve these unknown mysteries. So tune in at spacedoutradio.com to the final Monday of every month from Butch Witkowski's Strange Days.
Visit purpleplates.com today. For over 40 years, the Purple Energy Plates have been delivering amazing results for their many customers. Inspired by the great genius Nikola Tesla, the harmony, healing, and energetic effects of the plates have proven over and over to be beneficial and often miraculous to thousands of customers. With their money-back guarantee and the many benefits, how can you afford not to get one? Check their site for daily specials and choose from their many energy products. You won't be sorry. Visit them today at purpleplates.com for mind, body, and spirit, and expect a miracle.
This is your medium, Joanna, from Spaced Out Weekend, 2 mediums and a large. I would love it if you would come and join us with host James Tyson every other Sunday on Spaced Out Weekend. Together, we will take your calls and your questions live. Our goal is to provide you with a positive outlook on deep questions that you may have. Questions regarding love, relationships, money, or whatever else is on your mind. Come and check us out at spacedoutradio.com.
This is Eric Markham, news editor for the Spaced Out Radio's The Encounter Online. We have put together a great team of writers and journalists from all over the world to bring you top-quality paranormal stories. From alien encounters to the latest conspiracies, you won't find any of that fake news here. True stories and top-notch reporting as we look to bring these experiences to the mainstream. The Encounter Online, only at spacedoutradio.com.
Patrolling the Pacific Northwest, we are always on the lookout for the strange and unassuming stories that real people are experiencing. Hi, I'm Vincent Zunza from Pacific North Weird. Me and Alexandra Sullivan have teamed to bring to you those odd stories that never seem to make it into the mainstream. Stories so weird that will leave you scratching your head wondering, is this real? It's as real as it gets with Pacific North Weird. You can watch our videos right here at spacedoutradio.com.
Become more intimate and interactive with Spaced Out Radio. Join our Space Travelers Club with your new membership. For $5 a month, we'll provide you with special access to the website, monthly prize draws from books to psychic readings, along with monthly newsletter, private interviews, and more. Sign up today to be part of Spaced Out Radio's experience.
Looking for a place to advertise at a very reasonable cost? Look no further than Spaced Out Radio. SpacedOutRadio.com has an advertising tab that you can click to check out our daily, weekly, and monthly packages to play on the radio, or our website including social media. From commercial spots to banners, we have it all. Check out our competitive pricing today.
Don't have time to listen to Spaced Out Radio live? Wherever you are, the car, the office, the shower, or even if you're traveling, we're right here for you. Each Spaced Out Radio show can be found on iTunes, TuneIn, and on our YouTube channel, Spaced Out Radio Show. It's the perfect way for you to catch up on our shows. For more information, just head over to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and tune in to us today.
You hear footsteps in the empty room above you. A rocking chair begins rocking by itself. Don't be afraid of the things that go bump in the night. Reach for Spirit Storybox, the iPhone app the Huffington Post UK called the only ghost hunting app you will ever need. Spirit Storybox. The spirits are telling their stories. Are you listening?
Strange creatures lurking in the night, the sounds of wood knocking in the forest, odd happenings right out of a fictional world. These are the reports I love. Hi there, this is author Ronald Murphy, and I would love it if you join me and Spaced Out Radio host Dave Scott the second Wednesday of every month on our journey into the unknown land of cryptozoology at spacedoutradio.com. From Mothman to Frogman and everything in between. Hey, they don't call me the crypto guru for nothing.
Did you know that Spaced Out Radio runs 7 days a week? Hi, it's James Tyson from Spaced Out Weekend. Every Saturday and Sunday night, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern, you can join me and my guests for some great chatter about what's going on out in the universe, or even in that dark part of the basement you really don't want to go back into. Well, let's find the answers to your experiences together. So come on up to Uncle Jimbo's cabin on the weekend. For more information, look us up at spacedoutradio.com.
The views and opinions expressed by tonight's guest and topic of discussion do not necessarily represent the official policy or position of Spaced Out Radio, Spaced Out Weekend, Spaced Out Radio Limited, its hosts, syndicated carriers, or anyone associated with this broadcast. You're listening to Spaced Out Radio with Dave Scott. Follow Dave on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio and hashtag Spaced Out Radio, and on Facebook, Spaced Out Radio Show. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back to the final hour of Spaced Out Radio tonight. I am your host, Dave Scott. Good to have you with us as we continue on with the live Ghost Box sessions with Bill Hauser momentarily. But first, we want to remind you, tomorrow night is the first Friday of the month, which means our Keith Andrews is back. Our Keith Andrews with the ET Connection starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time. So if you have any questions about alien contact and so on and so forth, Keith is the guy to talk to. You can listen in at spacedoutradio.com. We want to welcome in our terrestrial radio stations tuning us in tonight. WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia. We are also live on the United Public Radio Network on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. Good to have you with us. We're live in Las Vegas on Renegade Talk Radio, and we are live on Revolution Radio, Studio B. Remember, the Double R Machine is a donation station financed by you, the valued listener. Head on over to freedomslips.com and donate today. Bill Cardwell has stumped me with the password for tonight. I don't even know if I really want to pronounce it. Suedepigraphy. Or is it pseudepigraphy? I don't know. I can't pronounce this one. But it is your password for tonight, and I'm just going to leave it at that because Bill tries to tongue-tie me all the time. Bill Cardwell sets the password each and every night right here on the mighty SOR. Hey, if you want to follow us on social media, you can do so on Twitter at Spaced Out Radio. Give our Facebook page a like, Spaced Out Radio Show. You can tune us in on TuneIn, download this show and others on iTunes. Our website is spacedoutradio.com, where we have a plethora of features for you, including joining the SOR Space Travelers Club for $5 a month. You can read up on the encounter online as we got some great news happening around the world of the field of the paranormal. You can check that out as well. And, of course, you can also go over to patreon.com. That's Patreon.com. Patreon.com, where you can become a patron of Spaced Out Radios for as low as $1 a month. We bring Bill Hauser back into Spaced Out Radio land now. Bill, welcome back.
Hi, Dave.
I want to get to more of those responses that we saw from Joe, because we heard a lot of them. And the question beforehand was, Joe has some weird activity around his property right on the border of Nevada and California. So he wanted to see where the resident Sasquatch is hiding. And there was a lot that came through. Dennis heard she does not. Wow. They come, moving, angels, over, big, yeah, funny. You were going to. You're a blank. Fly, no, bad, trial, operative, breathing, living in it, find it, you got it. Teresa got, yeah, he did, hit, ugly, wait, sane, cat, bounce, hyper, portal, which was heard a lot. We are, how, isn't, universe, which was heard a lot. Phony, chill, operating, primitive, ready now, my next. It's just weird how we all seem to hear a lot of the same words, my friend.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of correlation there with a lot of the different listeners.
Oh, for sure. Jacob has a question for you. And he is actually, and Jacob is brand new to this show, so welcome, Jacob. We really appreciate you finding us and tuning us in now and taking part in the chat rooms. He's saying, Bill, do you find that reviewing sessions in retrospect gives a unique interpretation to words that came through concerning the questions out of sequence but pertinent, possibly due to time differential on the other side?
Oh, that's a great possibility. Yeah, timing could be a very big factor. Yeah, I mean, you do get sequences of different words coming through that have relatives to what you're saying, the question, in other words. So, yeah, I look for that as well.
Excellent. So you're looking for those patterns as well?
Yes, definitely. Again, I'm looking, like I say, number one, I measure my success on the Ghost Box by intelligent responses, then sequences, patterns that you see forming, little things of that nature.
Right. Now, I do want to let the audience know, because the chat rooms are scrolling so quickly, all right, there are questions that I am missing. Please repost them. I am going to try and get to them this hour. Dawn is asking a question here. She says she has heard, many in the room have heard her name multiple times. She is wondering if anybody wants to give her a message.
So she's hearing her name, in other words, on the Ghost Box, I'd assume?
Yeah, yes, and many others have as well.
Okay. We'll see what can come through on that. Who calls out Dawn's name? Do you have a message for her? She's on the other side of this phone, listening in on a radio show. Who is the person responsible for calling her name out? What would you want to tell her? You have some concerns for her?
Blinker.
You know her from the past. Were you a friend or a relative? Or an acquaintance? What message would you want to give her? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
I got for Dawn, it's me, you want to fly, family, blinker, hi, perfect, the name Nadia, we'll see, cost, there ain't no, patience, contact, tell me, and then at the end I heard, hi, John. So let's get to our audience. Let's see what they have to say. Let me just scroll up here in the chat room. Deb on Twitter is saying, Dawn is for Chris, and I do believe. So very cool. All right. Dennis said that one was complicated. There were too many voices coming through. John heard, damn it, help. Dennis heard, caution. And then Craig heard, yes, right, listening, behave, mail, okay, next, music, yes, it would hinder, blinker as well. This is John, power, gotcha, who, speak, Mary, soap, patience, Teresa, dad. Catherine got tax, enjoy, it, yeah, they might, ghost, Haley, blinker, cat, John, Carl, little girl says it again. Carl's all around here tonight. Damn it, Carl, show up in the studio. I'm waiting for you. Anyways, hi, group, sex, you had, medic, Marie got miss me, help, blinker, John, hi, perplex, David, hi, John as well. Paisley got, hi, listening, Mary, pasture, balloon, mice, ghosts, I would, telling her, hi, perfect, cops, Vincent, Carissa, thank you, hi, Jack, John, same thing. Don heard, yes, go, hi, let's speak. Tammy, me, yeah, blinker, hero, hi, spaceship, jump. Len heard, yes, hell, Jack, yep, blinker, once again, starship, hi, sorry, spaceship, Melissa, caution, hey, John. You notice how much Carl and spaceship have come up tonight?
Yeah, I think we should call out Carl and see if he shows up in your studio.
You know what? I can tell you this. The beauty of me being on my cell phone tonight, broadcasting with you, is that if I see Carl show up at my window, I'm going to chase him out. I'm going to chase him. I'm going after you, Carl. You and I got to have some words. For those who are tuning in for the first time, Carl's an alien. Carl showed up on April 20th, 2015 during this show. And he literally has not shown up since. I'm getting kind of upset with him on that. Okay, Pandora got, Robert got I would, blinker, hi, not yet, I miss her badly, hi Chuck, head. Pandora got love you, love them, blinker, push me, in a car, hooray. I miss her a lot, car, hijack, 2, car. Very interesting. Very interesting. We did get a lot of Carls again. People are hearing Carl. Robert says, Dave, if you stop all of a sudden, we will know Carl has come to visit.
Yeah.
Damn Carl once again. Damn Carl once again. Tammy is saying, don't bring the gnomes with you, Carl. All right. Tammy has a question here, and then we're going to get to Amanda's after this. Tammy is saying, I don't want to take someone else's turn, so if there's time, can Bill see if he can bring my son's father, my ex Randy, who was hit by a car almost 20 years ago and passed from this? I think we should do Tammy this favor, because that sounds a little bit important. Tammy,
yeah,
we're bumping you ahead of everybody because that's important, and we're going to get that to you.
Okay, and the name of the person again is
Randy.
Randy, okay. I have Tammy on the other side, Randy. Can you say hi to her? Do you have a message for her? What message would you like to tell her? Tammy wants to know. Are you at peace, Randy? Can you tell us what it's like on the other side, Randy? And are you happy over there? Randy, are you happy? Say a big hello, Randy. What would you want to tell Tammy? You have something of importance, Randy? So Randy, can you see Tammy right now? Can you look down, look through to see Tammy? Okay, we thank you for communicating.
That was a good one. That was a very, very good one. Right before you asked the first question, I heard, "Hi, Tam. Love you too."
Yeah.
"Hi,
That's
babe."
great.
Then when you asked for a message, I heard, "Yeah." I heard, "Your boy. I'm fine. Chill. Perfect. Road trip. I'm good. My fault. Yeah. Is that you?" I thought that was interesting, right when you mentioned, can you see her? And I heard, "Is that you?" So that was good. Let's see what kind of confirmation we got here. We'll go to the Spreaker chat room first. Let me just scroll up here. And Dawn says, "Hey, what? Need me? Nope, right beside. Hurry up. You know why. Butcher, go back. Work the end. Is that you?" Wow. Dennis heard, "Hey, Bree." Carl again. "Really, Dennis? That's all you hear is Carl." This time, what? Paid. Uh-oh. Or, pardon me, Get, yeah, what? It's old. Be the, said 2 times in a row. Gotcha. Whatever, yeah, rolling. Carl, Jimmy. And then Marie heard, "Alf or Alf. Yeah, Susie, Angel, Butcher, go back. Books, fire, rubber, or rubble." Teresa heard, Tammy, look, yeah, communicate, needs, you. Princess, torture, Sid, Tammy, will do. Paisley heard, Jim, Ralph, Bud, McKinnon, yeah, morning. Kind, hiccup, fish, weasel, you know who you are. Perfect, Rachel, watch it, goodbye, good, and you, ha, ha, ha. Tammy, who asked the question, heard, help, baby, Tammy, yes, need me, Dallas. Angel, home, Angel again, go back, play, without you, see clearly. Len heard, Al, Tammy, yes, of course, Bagel, come home, you know, betcha, goodbye, books, not here, yeah, Tammy, is that you? So that was kind of good. And Milo got, hi, what, hey, yep, shut up, you know, Butcher, goodbye, tired, hey, Dad, greedy, Judy, hello. You know, a lot of people heard Butcher. And it's funny, Tammy says, Dave, some of what you heard fits him getting hit by the car was his fault. And we have a son, so our boy would make sense. Very interesting indeed. Let's get to the Spaced Out Radio chat room on Facebook, the SOR Space Travelers. Joe heard, Ralph, Andy, yeah, he needs, hey, Alex, deep, Sunday, kiddo, perfect, go back, looks, yeah, Carl, good day, freely will do. Robert heard, yeah, let's begin to roll, yep. Don't know what that would be, whole yep. I don't know what you mean by that one, Robert. Fire, yeah, still got you. See, frilly, yep. Booger. Excellent. You never go wrong with Booger. Pandora got, hi, babe. Yep, hey, babe, love you. Yep, your niece, good, thanks. Beer, lots of beeping noises. Love you, how are you? Haha. Hearing lots of voices. That's what she was hearing. Carrie heard, hello, Carrie, our official graphic designer of Spaced Out Radio. She heard, hey, yeah, he needs, no, hello, Butcher, yeah, I got you a little bit. All right, and Vivian, the Vivster, all the way from Alberta, where her Oilers and my Oilers are going to the playoffs. Yeah, he knew. Why? Yeah, yep, right, what you know, watcher, books, he asked. Yeah, brother, what about you? Really? Serious? Will do. A lot of good responses there, my friend. A lot of good responses.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to Amanda's question here. And Tammy, I hope that helps you out, my dear, because you are here frequently, and we want to make sure that made some sense to you. Let me just try and find Amanda's question as we scroll down the chat room. I got to give a play-by-play here because we definitely don't want dead air. And keep scrolling. Can't find it. Amanda, where's your question? It was here somewhere. Well, while I'm looking for Amanda's, let's get to Galen's question.
Okay.
She says, her brother disappeared at Mount Shasta while camping 20 years ago. Is he alive or deceased?
Okay. And her name again?
Galen.
Galen. And her brother's name?
She didn't give her brother's name. Maybe we can get it from the ghost box.
Okay. I have Galen here. She wants to know about her brother who went missing. He disappeared on Mount Shasta in California. You have a message for Galen. Can you tell us your name? Can you give us some insight why you went missing? And are you at peace now? Galen wants to know you're okay. What message would you have for Galen? Galen's brother, what message would you have for her? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
All right. Right off the bat, I got hello. Then I got wolf. And then I got, when you asked if you're still with us or not, I got I'm gone. And then it followed up by beings and then a cult. Then a lady's voice a little bit later on said, peace is made. Man's voice said, I'm out. And a lady's voice said, help you. So let's get to the responses. We're going to start off in the Spreaker chat room. And we heard the name Steve and Mike. Jacob heard, I love you. Catherine heard, fail, Mark, Bob, being, Dave, occult, evening. Eric heard, can you just, Bob, occult. When you asked what message do you have, Catherine heard a growl. And then Dawn heard, really, fire, 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 of course, at peace. Well, Tammy heard, Steve, happy, my good. Stop, it's me. You, peace, of course, kiss me. Can you just joke around? All about, help me, a nut. Teresa heard, get this. Rachel, can you just, about, message, deceased. Marie heard wolf as well. And Kevin. Dennis heard, I'm gonna, damn, goodbye, no, Jill Little, it's a cult. As if you knew, could you just, Turkey's name, Dave, dear somebody, Kevin, now. Wow, Dennis had a post that didn't include Carl. I want to clap for that.
Yeah.
And Len heard, high up, right, of course. Damn it, Kevin. Heather heard, hello. Yep, I'm okay. She heard occult as well. Milo said, stop, ready, Dave, occult, evening. Can you just, I'm out, arrogant, help. And let's go over to the Facebook chat room. And what was heard there? Let's just scroll down here. So we try and find it all. Sometimes this is tough. All right, Pandora heard, Mikey, strong, don't run, buried, come the ending. Don't know, Uncle, evening, can you just, behind me, hello, hello. Dave, got you help. Joe heard, market, Rick, pain, of course, tell me, can you just behave, took a walk. And let's see what else we got from the room here. That's about it. Very interesting stuff. Very interesting.
Yeah, cult seems to be coming up quite a lot. That's I find very interesting. At the same time, if it had some connection to his going missing.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's get to a question here from Deb, or pardon me, we're going to get to Amanda's question. I got to just scroll on back up here for a second. Amanda wants to know if Larry is okay. Larry.
Okay.
Larry.
I have Amanda here on the other side of this phone. She can listen in. She wants to know, is Larry okay? Are you okay, Larry? You have a message for her. Larry, are you at peace? I think Amanda would want to know, are you okay? Are you at peace?
Oh, the distress.
So what kind of message would you have for her, Larry?
Great.
Are you happy? Larry, where are you right now? Okay, Larry, do you have any other things you want to tell Amanda? Okay, we thank you for communicating.
It's weird how sometimes we just do not get clarity like some of them are so open and so wild. I mean, taking what happened with Tammy there, or with Joe with the Sasquatch, or along those lines, they seem to come very frequently and fervently, the words. Yet at some points in tonight's Ghost Box sessions, we actually, have them kind of slow down where it's a little bit harder. Now, what I heard on this one was I'm okay, the truth, great, Canada, hope so, and then airplane. So if we scroll up on the Spreaker chat room here, we have airplane, auto-destruct was heard, great listening was heard, grace was heard, out there, who is it, ooh la la, from Teresa, fall, someone, destruct, Tina, truth, great, lucid, gotta go, that's nice, a place, I try, Dawn heard, yep, yes, for sure, perfect, gone, chin up, Tammy heard, yes, Deb, shut up, all due stress, truth, prayers, great, high, gotta go, future, flavor, people, inject or eject, Marie heard, nut, Ron, Tina, truth, plain, Len heard, hello, enter, great, Lucy, auto-destruct, plane or the flames, later, catch ya. Heather heard, talk, falling, destruct, truth, great, listening, no, I am up, so. Milo heard, hi, who loves ya, singing, trouble, truth, dad, no, yes, sir. So, in the other chat room, so scroll down here, make sure I get them all in. Vivian heard, he said out there, wet, hi, well, let's see. Oh, and Rye, okay, destruct, are great, perfect. Canada, great. Dave, floor, and me, airplane, surefire, why, thanks. Pandora heard, yep, okay, point, high, bullet, head pain, why, holding to distract. Truth, great, nothing. Canada, too late. Upside, house, Emily, the plane, don't know. Joe, dead, you tried. Robert heard, yep, what's that? Who loves you? Total destruct. Sure, great, homework, is your home. Michael heard, is it, wet, okay, hi, no, bless, truth, great, perfect, dad, no, I think so, home, asleep. Joe heard, destruct, great, Lucy, dad, I was, and airplane. So a lot of us heard the same things there.
Yeah, definitely. And did Amanda hear anything in particular that might relate to Larry?
No idea. You know how she is. She just kind of appears and disappears. So there you go, Amanda. There, Amanda. I hope you were able to get that. She'll probably check in tomorrow during the case. So let's find out another one. Why do you think the word help and cult keep coming up tonight? That comes from Deb at hashtag Spaced Out Radio.
Well, help comes through quite often, even in a traditional EVP, so that does come through. I would assume they're in need of help, maybe to cross over. That I've had that number of times, the word help, so, and I've heard it from a lot of other people using ghost boxes and also traditional EVPs.
Mm-hmm.
The cult, well, it might have some meaning to it. I'm not sure right now what the meaning is.
It does come up quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Whether or not maybe some of the listeners had family members involved in a cult, I'm just guessing. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know.
No idea. No idea tonight, man. Maybe they're trying to send a message. Maybe they're trying to help Carl get back here. Damn Carl. Let's find out about Carl, man. Hey, Carl has come up a lot tonight. Let's
call him out. Yeah, let's see if he will respond.
Let's see if we can go a little bit longer with this one, because I want some messages from Carl. Carl's upsetting me.
Okay, I got Dave Scott on the other side of this phone. Carl, are you there? Do you have a message for Dave? And Carl, can you see Dave right now? You have the ability to see him right now. Carl, I want you to show a presence of some kind at Dave's. Knock on the wall or something in his studio. Let him know that you're there, or on the window, whatever you like to do. Just show him you're around. Give him a sign. Can you see him? Carl, can you see Dave? And Carl, what's your purpose? To watch over Dave, is it? Or what is your interest in looking after Dave? Why are you observing Dave? What message would you have for Dave then, Carl? And Carl, what type of alien are you? Can you tell me?
Block or fight. One. So in the
And Carl, where are you from originally?
Okay.
What planet were you from?
Sage.
How did you travel down here? By a spaceship? A wormhole? Some kind of interdimensional travel? How did you get down to Earth? So, Carl, do you have anything you want to tell Dave right now? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
I'm going to be honest with you on that one. I tried to tune in to write, and I didn't get a damn thing, Bill.
No, I got a lot of random words being thrown out there, so whether or not they had any meaning to them, I don't know. So whether or not Carl just likes to play hide and go seek and doesn't want to show himself.
Yeah, but other people heard. That's the.
Oh,
this is where
really?
it kind of trips me out. Yeah, I'm going to get to those responses here momentarily.
What did they hear?
Well, we're going to get to those.
Okay.
As soon as Facebook stops being a little bit of an idiot, but that's okay. Let's start off on Spreaker. I'm going to scroll right to the top here. Angela heard. Well, let me get to it here. All right. Starting Carl session. I'd love it when Catherine does that because I'm able to see exactly what is going on. Okay. So let's go right back here. Craig heard Carl right off the bat. And Jacob heard he knows. And then Catherine heard Carl. Carl, do you have the ability to see Dave right now, which was your question? He says, I do. Eric heard message Dave. Carl, can you see Dave? Yeah. Mario wants to punch Carl in the face if he doesn't speak, which I think is funny. And let's see here. Eric heard Dave. You got listen in. Angela heard want to fight. Hi, Angie. Miss you. Love heard fighting. Catherine heard what kind of alien are you? Gray Pac-Man bait. Milo heard hi. Carl, Robin messages. Hey, chicken. Wait. Or what? John. Key kid. Carl, get out. Jump. Planet Cinch, when you ask the planet. Energy, Jacob heard. What planet are you from? Change. Planet Fish. Lots of different planets. Catherine, how did you get to Earth? We went low. Love heard the same thing, but it sounded like I don't know. Dawn heard don't know in the travel. Craig heard Carl, I'm hiding. Awaken, I do. Go ahead. Do it, Robin. Really, take it. Interesting fight, body approved experiences. Thank you for listening. Devil, Friday, us. Tammy heard right here. He's gone. I can when you ask if you can see me. Rotted, Adam, yes, I do. Hi, truth, true love. We don't. He comes. You got, yep. Was he here? Pac-Man. John, hey, space, radio, got you. Friday. Heather heard, yep, wanted, definitely, yeah, ticket, I am here because it's fun to see you. Carl, lock, find, it's space, reading, hello, speaker, Friday, Dave. Is there anything you want to tell Dave now? James Hunter, don't know who he is. Marie heard, definitely. Carl, Cricket, Dave, you got procedure, launch, Pac-Man, now, Singe, Delta, Friday. Len heard, I heard, love, really, Charmed, yes, kicking or kick it. Come on, you got Carl, Technit, doing it. Joe, space, James, pretty, we do, you know, or below, come on, Friday. Len, his own name. And Dave, Dennis didn't hear a thing either. Weird. Teresa heard, you get them. Home, own it, ticket. Lip, Dave, you get help. Get out, Pac-Man for fight. One, that perfect. Jump now. Ty, Venice. Out of town. Breeding. See me. Freddie, something. Stop. Very interesting. Let's see what came through on the other side of the Spreaker chat. Or the Space Out Radio SOR Space Travelers Club on Facebook. There we go. Just got to scroll down a little bit here. Right to the bottom. All right. Carrie heard, a-hole, what really, yesterday, ticket, tick him off. Oh, yeah, come on. You got doubt, jump, block for fight just now. Hi, Singe, Friday, or Freddie, oh, well. Joe, some of us heard Singe or sang, Robin, Friday. It's too personal for you, Dave Scott, Vivster says. Well, she got a-hole too. What up, mama? Get the Dave. You own it. Oh, God. He can. You got, yeah. Yahweh, Flack, very, Singe, Weeding, I don't know, let me in. Robert, all the way in Australia, heard message, crazy, awesome, I am, for seeing me right now. Robin, messages, hey, chicken, get off. 24. Dave, to reach, you got, I doubt, Sir, Pack blog, Zoinga, type of alien. Bonjour, May, from originally Manhole, how did you get down to Earth when you asked Friday? Nate, laughing. Joe heard Robin, kick it, observe, come on, you got hello, missing you, Pack. It's only, oops, how are you, Sky, Singe, and Friday. I wonder if this means Carl is coming back on Friday. Because we are doing the Alien show with our Keith Andrews that day. That would be cool. Bill, we got about 5.5 minutes left. This has flown right by. I would like to try and get in one final one, my friend.
Okay.
And this one comes from Eric Markham. Okay. And Eric has a spirit in his house that is trying to contact him, even messing with his guitar parts. So we would like to contact the spirit of the ghost in Eric's house. But before we do, I want to get to this. I hate the number 13, and mine was the 13th Ghost Box session, and yet I didn't hear a thing on that. Let's spend 2 minutes on Eric's, and then I want to slip Paisley's in, and then we'll get going. So let's do Eric's right now.
Okay. I have Eric Markham listening in on the other side of this phone. The spirit that hangs out in his home, what's your purpose? Why are you messing with his car equipment? You have a reason for being in his home. Do you have anything you want to tell him then? Eric would like to know. The spirit that occupies his home, do you have a message then for him? What is your connection to that home? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating with us.
All right. There was a lot more female talk in that one, so maybe we're dealing with a female spirit there.
Possibly.
Maybe she doesn't like rock and roll. That would really suck, Eric. Dennis heard, he puts in brackets, sorry. He goes, he heard Carl, he did it, why, for home, oh, what's going on? I do, gone, no, not these, something, living room, esoterical. Paisley goes, shh, real, I have, joining, I hear, I'm not mean, and denim. Tammy heard guitar, going up, funny, maybe not, over there. Don heard showing him, gray aliens, then all of a sudden, aliens. Teresa heard chat, run, MIP, home, join us, play, golf, not believe it, leave, living room, hey Paisley, wait a minute. All right, that's what we heard on that side. Now let's go to the other side. Bad car, boring thing is nothing, living room, everything, and I was saying from Vivian, Michael also heard a lot of female voices too, but couldn't make out any words. Joe heard fall, nip, going up, play, Nazi, choking noise at the end. All right, we're going to have one quick question for Paisley. We have literally about 2 minutes here. And
Okay.
that is from her significant other, Paisley, or Richard, who died in 2016.
Okay. I have Paisley here. She's on the other side of this phone. She wants to know about her hubby who passed away 2016. Do you have a message?
Yeah, thank God.
What message would you have for Paisley? Are you at peace? Are you okay on the other side? And do you have a message for Paisley? Something of importance? Okay, well, we thank you for communicating.
Very interesting indeed, my friend. Very interesting indeed. I got, you're awesome. Yeah, thank God. Eric got, yeah, thank God. A couple people heard the word Paisley. Jacob heard heaven. Thank God. Dennis heard good April something. Oh, thank God. Nope. What's that? Paisley, I'm going to let you read the other comments in there as well, because it's time for me to wrap this up. Bill, thank you so much for being on Spaced Out Radio again tonight, my friend. I cannot wait to do this again. Our audience has so much fun when you are around.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for having me on, Dave.
Absolutely, and we will do it again, because the news you told me that you're retiring next year, we're going to be doing this a heck of a lot more often. Heck of a lot more often. We just got to wait 16 months. But it's a good one. My friend, it's always a pleasure. I'm going to get you to hold on for a couple of seconds, Bill, while I wrap this thing up. You're listening in on the Spaced Out Radio side. You hear Mr. Ron Bumblefoot THAL, the rock and roll guru of this show. Bumblefoot takes the bid and takes us out every single night on Spaced Out Radio. So we really appreciate you listening to Mr. Bumblefoot in the background. Head on over to patreon.com to become a patron of Spaced Out Radios today. For only $1, you could go to our website, spacedoutradio.com, and become an SOR Space Traveler as well for as low as $5 a month. And that enters you into a monthly prize draw as well. Tomorrow night on the show, we have our Keith Andrews. He is back for the first Friday of the month and the ET Connection, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific, midnight Eastern Time at spacedoutradio.com. We want to say goodnight to everyone listening in on WQEE 99 Rock the Key down in Noonan, Georgia, and on the United Public Radio Network live on 107.7 FM in New Orleans and over 160 countries around the world. Thank you so much for being with us as well. We'll be back in exactly 21 hours from now. Do me a favor, space travelers. Before we get Mr. Bumblefoot to take us home, tell a friend. Spread the word. Get the message out. Because we're all in this together. Let's own the night, space travelers. Have a good one. Mr. Bumblefoot, take us home.